Hello, esports fans. My name is Mason. I'm here with Kayla. And we got a bit of a special treat for you. WSU Valorant taking on Neumont College of Computer Science, located out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Both fighting for a playoff spot in the Playfy Invitational Valorant Varsity Tournament. Both teams 5-1 right now, looking for the 2 seed. Whoever wins goes through to knockouts. So big stakes here. Unfortunately, we missed map 1. We were having some tech issues. WSU looked dominant. What were you seeing, Kayla?
I was seeing a lot of good lurks from CX Teo, our resident Sentinel main. He looked really good. I think overall our team, it was a mirror matchup too, which is really cool to see, and we absolutely showed out.
Yeah,
It was an absolute stomp.
it's a good sign to see that when the comps are even, we just have the better players.
100%, yeah, because it really just comes down to that in mirror matchups.
And
Who's
it
better
looks
than
like we're headed over to Ascent. What are you expecting team comp-wise?
I'm expecting to see Jet or Raze for, double Jet. I'm expecting to see double Initiator, probably an Omen. Killjoy is definitely a good one.
Looks like we're getting another mirror, except the Killjoy for WSU against the Cypher.
Yeah, looks like Sever and Fratum are mixing in. Okay, all right.
So this all looks pretty standard to you?
It looks pretty standard, yeah. I mean, Clove's also pretty good on this map. Gotta say.
What are you looking at when you think Ascent? What stands out as important things you need to really lock down when you're picking your operators?
We need a Sentinel that has really good mid control. And Killjoy is pretty good on that with her alarm bot. She can pick it up for anywhere in the map, which is really good. Unless you're Cypher, and then you have to rotate over in a rush, and you forget to either pick up a trip or put one down. But it's a mirror matchup except for the Sentinel.
That's what I was looking at. Same comps except for that Killjoy swapped out for the Cypher.
Yeah. I will say that with Killjoy, she has some pretty standard setups that everyone knows. Like you got the microwave on
more
B.
predictable.
Definitely more predictable. With Cypher, you can do all those fun little trips, all those different angles. That's why I personally prefer him. But I will say that Killjoy definitely has a bigger range of control because that turret on mid while on top ground,
it's more reliable.
Oh, it's really good. Mid, if you don't lock down mid from the start, you're gonna lose a lot of map control.
So we're looking for a lot of creativity to come out of the Cypher player here from Neumont to really.
I'm really hoping so. Because I'm a Cypher. I won't say one trick, but I'm loyal. I'm loyal to the Cypher.
Looks like a pretty standard buy coming out here from both squads. We have WSU on the red attacking side and Neumont on the green defense here. Kind of a split attack here. A lot of WSU players slowly rotating towards that A side, it looks like.
Looks like Neumont has backed off.
Yeah, Jack taking total mid control, looking up to that catwalk right now. About to peek. Choco gets found. Penguin was looking for him, and Jack just tucked his head just a bit too far. But basically full A control for WSU here. Fear gets the plant down, and Argon gets one. We're trading back 3v3 retake situation here. Spike's down. And now Neumont's got to come to them.
Looks like CXTO is looking for that flank, but no one's looking at him.
I mean, this is a tough cookie to crack. I mean, 2 eyes on heaven. Teo in the back there setting up some turrets.
Ooh, looks like they got a scan off. He's a team up at boiler.
Trading out. 1v1 here. Penguin finds him, and they get the defuse.
That's unfortunate. They just weren't looking tree.
No, they didn't see him at all. That was a nice wrap there by Penguin, and a great round by him in general. Yeah. He got 2 out of mid there, and then came in through with the triple kill.
I'm surprised they didn't smoke it off or paying attention to it.
Yeah, I think they were all out of util from when they came in originally, because they basically took A uncontested.
They're a bit too confident with their mid push there.
Yeah.
Gotta say.
And Jack got caught there in mid, and they just had no answer for that rotation.
Yeah, CXTO did set up his turret to look mid from A side, but...
And it looks like a couple members of WSU are being a little spendy, getting the sheriff, getting the ghosts here. What are we looking for when it comes pistols into half buy?
Honestly, you just want to get picks.
You're trying to look for a gun of your own.
Yeah, you can't really play like an all-in because
Here
you
we go.
ultimately will just get gunned down.
Jack versus Penguin again here on this mid. Penguin here's 2. He's backing off.
Yeah, he's got the bulldog though. This could be an easy
Yeah,
cleanup.
this is a long sight line. This is tough to push. Argon sees 1. Does he know that there's a second player there? That's a tough peek.
Yeah, he realized and then just backed off. But Cypher
Penguin.
got the double kill.
He's got WSU's number right now on that mid. So hard to push though on these really long sidelines when it's pistols versus rifles. Gets the knife down, suppresses. And I mean, Neumont are just running this round. No fear. Trying to get some trades back though. It's just not going to happen.
I'm not seeing that dominance that WSU showed on the last map.
Of course, I think it's just all due to that kind of overconfidence on the pistol round, and then they just don't have any money. Just no answer for these really long defensive sightlines that they can hold.
They should be able to buy here, though.
I hope so. I especially find that econ differences, when you're the attacker, feel the worst. Because when defense has rifles and you don't, they can just stare at you for so long.
Yeah, especially on mid here with those long ranges. So much harder with just a pistol or a ghost.
All rifles, though. I'm not seeing any ops coming out or any marshals.
They don't really have a good opper besides maybe Omen, to be honest. Or KO, you know, knife someone, close them off.
Traded out over here on this B side. Jack found his arch nemesis Penguin. This is looking good for WSU here. 4v2. Making that rotation back over to A, leaving that Omen out to dry. He already used one of his smokes.
They still got that Cypher set up, but I don't think that they'll be able to catch anyone off.
As long as they play slow enough and don't give up some really weird angle here to the Cypher. Should be a free plant.
Jack might try to bait something out because he's low in health, and that's probably the best thing to do right now.
Planted.
Spike down, and they're locking the site down nicely. They close the door this time. And they're all just eyes on heaven.
Oh, Molly comes out early to stall them. They're not taking any chances.
And Choco's really low. Only 5 HP. He got suppressed here. The teleport doesn't go down. Drops. And WSU are just holding these angles. They know they have to come to them. Easy shots here from Jack. And Argon finds the last one.
Easy cleanup.
I really like the slow play there from WSU. They knew they were in a 4v2, but they didn't get cocky.
Each of them took different angles and just really locked down that site.
They made sure that no one was going to get surprised. Really nice post plant there. And now, I mean, Econ's practically even. WSU's got some money to spare after their buy here. They saved a lot of guns. Yeah, it looks like a full buy coming out from both teams, except for, I think Argon's just got the Sheriff.
It looks like a full B push here. Learn their lesson. After all. I mean, Cypher setup on B can be pretty fun.
And I mean, Neumont looks pretty split. They only got one player on B. Pretty heavy mid.
Oh.
And I mean, Penguin is just absolutely dominating these mid angles. No matter who they send, it doesn't matter.
They just keep peeking him. They won't learn.
Yeah, the one time they didn't go mid, that was last round. They took it pretty easy.
And now they're just going to lose bodies if they keep peeking this KO mid. They finally smoked him off, at least.
Jack gets his mirror. And here he's looking down this B site.
Checking for that KO.
Wow, nice shots. Nice shots. Argon holding this angle. Looking to peek onto Rizzard here. Oh, everyone's just getting out-dueled right now. Just getting out-dueled. Cars, last one standing, has a rifle, but they know he's here. Spike's down. He's got to push for it. It looks like they're going to swing him. Wow. Wow.
They're just getting overconfident again.
Bayo with the 3K. I just think Neumont, they got dominated in map 1. Their coach must have said something. And here, I'm suspecting this is a timeout here from WSU.
Yep.
They know that this momentum's starting to swing, and they don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, because they know that Cypher always has a setup A. Really good setup from what we've seen so far. They haven't really been able to trade out any of the trips yet, but hopefully we'll be able to see that in the future, perhaps.
And that's really forcing them to go mid, where they're just getting owned on these angles.
Yeah, they just don't smoke off that KO, and they get punished really badly for it.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen a B take come out from them yet, just because they're always down 2 players before they really even get to sight.
Or we have Bayo just swinging out early
Mm-hmm.
on B and getting an easy pick and
Yeah.
backing off.
It just seems like WSU is losing before the fights even start.
Oh.
But yeah, timeout ticking down. Hopefully WSU has some words of wisdom going throughout their players here, trying to figure out this defense. But at the end of the day, you know, the halves do swap. They will get a chance to defend. Do you think this is a more defender-sided map?
I honestly would say so because you can peek. You have like full angles from mid, really, but really, honestly, both sides do. I'd say this is one of the more even-sided maps. Really think about it, but attackers do have to be really cautious of that mid.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the utility here from WSU, from the Killjoy and the like, are really kind of wasted on these attacking sides. It's tough to really get value out of operators like that, so hopefully WSU can keep it close enough to really make use of their team comp in the second half. There we go. That's a good start. Penguin, he's kind of been their star player, but Bayo, another standout, getting the trade back.
Nah,
3v3. It's just a brawl. Who cares about utility and rotations when you can just peek people in the mid?
They weren't expecting that from Wizard.
These really long sight lines.
Yeah, I will say when your smokes go down early in fight, having a Cypher on your team and using his cages as a pseudo smoke is what I really prefer. But they don't have that. They only have Killjoy.
Rizzard sees them on the mid. Bayo holding down the A, but no one's there. It's really just these mid battles. Seems like WSU's just kind of stuck in this crossfire. They know he's over there and just losing the duel. Argon gets him though with the trade.
They keep peeking one by one, just going one after another like ducks in a row.
30 seconds.
It's hard to see. It really is.
Argon got the trade, but he lost a lot of health. 30 HP, 2v1. He does have the spike though, so they don't really know where he is. He has the knives as well. This could be a really clutch round here for WSU to try to swing back some of that momentum, but only 12 seconds. I think Argon's going to save here.
10 seconds
Yeah, that'd
left.
probably be for the best. He only has 1,000 credits left. He needs this gun to carry to the next round.
Neumont's nowhere to be found, so this should be a pretty safe save here for Argon.
Yeah, I think they're good.
Yeah, he's really going to be the only one with money here for next round.
Just let them
Got to make
slide.
good use of that gun. Or maybe he's handing it off to his KJ. I think he's going to pull the knives. Knows that he doesn't need that super expensive rifle when you can just pull the jet ult.
True. I just hope that he's able to pull it off.
Exactly. I think WSU players have just been struggling with the duels. And when they're peaking and how they're peaking, the coordination just doesn't seem as crisp as what we saw in map 1 and what we're seeing out of Neumont here.
Yeah, their synergy was great. They were covering each other's angles,
Get out
but
of my way.
now they just don't see any of that. It's really disappointing.
The scan doesn't find anyone. It looks like a pretty heavy rotation into mid here. And we were right. Argon pulling the knives,
Taking
running
full
onto
control.
A. Penguin rotating, knowing where WSU is. They see him through the wall.
Spam
And
was
now-
able to find nothing.
We're all going through market here onto B. The problem is this is not a surprise for Neumont here. They know where WSU is, and it looks like WSU's realizing they're backing off, rotating back around to A, where Choco's lurking. They find him. Scar's gonna peek him here. Wow, wow.
Oh,
Gets the trade, but Choco. These duels are just not going the way of WSU. And it's so hard to play when you're always constantly down 1 or 2 members. And the knives just getting no value here for Argon.
they're just waiting too long to take these 1v1s, and it's allowing Neumont to just
Spike
pour in.
planted.
It seems like they're getting caught off guard here a lot of the times. They're peeking angles and they're just not expecting a Neumont player to be there. And Argon just getting surrounded. Ducks in a row. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, I mean, they knew the Omen was there. They saw him, but Sova decided to drone, and they just got taken out one by one, allowing the rest of Neumont to just come in.
I mean,
Wasting no
a 5-1 lead in this first half is definitely not a good sign, especially after the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a little something with Karas catching 2 Neumont players off guard after they pushed out mid, but he wasn't able to get those trades.
It seems like it's just coming down to these mid duels. Just losing the peaks. Always seems to be that WSU is down 5-3 or 4-2 before the bomb even goes down.
At this point, I think they should just ignore mid, smoke it off, run one way or the other.
And it looks like they're taking your advice. Hard B push coming out here for WSU. And a lot of Neumont's on A. They're having to rotate. They're realizing this is a 5-man B push. Argon's in. Great shots. But Jack gets traded out. Teo gets one. 4v3, man advantage. And all of the site control. They know where these players are rotating from. They have some time to set up. Spike down. They're getting some KJ util.
They do have lockdown ready, but it could be negated by KO. We'll see.
And it's nice to see that WSU just gets this 15 seconds to breathe here on this post plant. Looks like they don't know. Oh, they peek him. They find him in the corner there, and now fear is really, really low.
Last player standing.
And it just all falls apart. House of cards for WSU as they cannot hold that retake.
They were really relying on the Killjoy ult, Killjoy ult and util to stall them out, but
and it
the
just
KO just cancels it all.
Just lost to guns.
Completely.
They just lost to guns.
Not to mention that Omen flash by Choco was really good.
But the B push worked.
It did. They were able to get post plant, and now they don't have to worry about.
They got the spike down. They were up players. They really just messed up that retake defense. But that's a good sign. The rounds are progressing towards in WSU's favor.
It's something. It's something.
It's
we're getting
something.
there. We're getting there. Now we
But
just gotta lock down this KO. He's such a big problem for us right now.
Penguin is having a game 11-2-2 here on this KO. Just taking names. Choco's getting confident. He doesn't care.
Ooh. Oh, the open wizard.
Sova
completely
diff.
Catching our oh,
Going 1 for 1 in that mirror.
that's rough.
And WSU, again, down a player, trying to look for this push, but they kind of used all their utility already and don't have a lot to go for, so are they going to rotate around, or... Looks like they're staying true to their guns.
They might try to... Nope, never mind. He's going to say they might try to force the...
They're just peeking. They're just peeking and losing.
We could... Oh, all right.
They're looking for fights,
Just
and
raids across.
they're getting the fights they want. They're just not winning them.
Nope, they're not.
Nope. Penguin on this angle. Oh, misses the first few, but locks it down in the end there to get Jack.
Oh.
And this is getting rough. A flawless round for Neumont, and this economy has to be absolutely decimated.
Abysmal what's happening here.
It looks like they got one full buy in them, but I mean, if this round doesn't go well, this half might just be doomed.
I honestly don't think we can win this half. Just on the looks of it.
It's tough momentum-wise to get down this much this early. It would just be nice to steal a couple rounds before we go to half here, just to make it so that you're not so pressured on defense to win every time. They're going back Old Faithful. This is what worked for them last time, this full B push, but Cars gets caught shopping, and Penguin is shooting fish in a barrel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another dominant showing here from Neumont. This seems to be an absolute flip from what we saw on map 1, where WSU won 13-3, if I'm not mistaken.
What I don't understand is that CX Teo, I mean, last game he was lurking a lot, and that's what you really want to do as Sentinel on attack rounds. And he's just not doing that. He's not gathering info. He's just going with the team, which
And
at some point...
He was your map 1 MVP.
He really was.
Was
He was my
really a
favorite.
difference maker on that Cypher. And
Yeah, this is
we're
why.
just not seeing the same play from him.
Cypher is better than Killjoy. Sorry. I'm a Cypher preacher, okay? I'm a lover of Cypher.
And I mean, we're seeing the Cypher team dominate right now, so you're being wholly vindicated, but Jack gets his nemesis Penguin. That has to feel good. And they're looking for this mid control. Going through this B.
They have Killjoy and Sova. They should really be looking to just pick post plant and lock it down.
I think they're deciding that those angles are just a bit too much, and they're heading through mid with this Omen smoke.
Which is the first time I've seen that.
Spike down.
Gotta
Mid.
admit. Oh, but Choco
again, these mid plays.
just swings out from main and
Exactly.
punishes all of them.
What you're talking about with these lurk MVPs, we're really seeing a lot of these side angles here from Choco and from Penguin, just dominating the WSU squad, getting caught off guard with these 3 and 4Ks a lot of these rounds. But 2v2.
Just not expecting the lurks.
Cars Argon. Everyone's rotating towards B. Wonder if they can get the bomb down in time with these jet smokes.
Ooh.
Argon seen. Bomb is not down. With the Sova ult, can they find him?
Oh.
Spike planted.
Looks like a whole lot of nothing here from Cars here on the Sova ult. But
He just decided to waste it, not even try to use it for placement at all.
yeah, it stalled enough time
I
to
don't
get the
think it
bomb
stalled
down.
anything.
But yeah, just a tough look, and they might just get caught off guard here.
Oh, I don't think they expect him right there. Oh, but they do.
Get the good trade. Argon, though,
Hey.
hitting some shots, hitting some shots. Here we go, WSU waking up a little bit.
We might get the 9-3 curse. I really want a 9-3 curse.
For those not in the know, Valorant is notorious for teams up 9-3 going to lose. So
Don't
hopefully,
fake comebacks. We don't fake comebacks, I
We don't.
swear.
Valorant is a very momentum-based game. If you can win a couple rounds, you can really start to swing that eco and that confidence towards your team. So WSU, big round there to kind of break that slide.
You have to keep a winner's mindset. It's
Mhm.
all about the mindset. If you don't have it, you're kind of screwed. And I mean, we kind of did see the winner's mindset and continuously peeking mid into the KO.
And we're seeing Cars with these crazy Sova lineups, and now he's in a good position here for a nice little lurk. KJ ult going down,
They're finally whipping out the lockdown after God knows how many rounds.
and Cars with the Omen on these really long sight lines holding that big gun. And here comes the util. Fireworks on A. Looks like a
Ooh.
4v2 on this site. Full space control, and Cars gets one.
They're easily able to clear. Oh no, but Cyber Penguin has.
I mean, this is
KO
the guy to
lockdown
watch.
again.
He's been absolutely dominating this match.
Come on, Cars.
Last player
No. Oh, they had such a good side take, but they were just bullied by the KO.
That seems to be kind of the story of this whole game is the util usage,
Last round
the
in
timing,
half.
everything seems to be working out for WSU, but when the guns come out, they're just a little slow. They're just a little slow on these fights, these peaks, these retakes. Everything just doesn't quite look as snappy as what we're seeing out of Neumont. And I mean, Severed, Penguin, and Rizzard just having a game, 17-3, 11-5. I mean, Argon, best player here on WSU, 9-8, barely positive.
I'm just so disappointed. I'm traumatized. We just panic whenever the KO ult or util just comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Instant panic, and we just try to run away from as fast as possible. And then we just end up running into either Choco or anyone else.
Yeah, it seems like all the setups there from WSU, but when the fireworks start, kind of the house comes crumbling down.
It's like a dog on a 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Sad to see.
Penguin in his mid, dangerous man. Coming up against Cars. Cars, a couple pot shots might have given away his position here. Rotating heavy onto this A. Looking to be Jack on that Omen, lurking through mid.
I will say the Cypher setup hasn't been that dominating. They've been able to clear it up every single time with a couple
Mhm.
shock darts or just trip them,
Mm-hmm.
just destroy it.
Like we've been
Nothing
talking
else.
about, the utility has been really clean here from WSU. It's just been the confidence with these guns in their hand.
They just get pushed out, absolutely flushed.
I like how patient they're being, though.
Ugh, but Cars was not
Caster
expecting.
Curse.
Yeah,
Caster
maybe,
Curse.
Maybe I should just stop talking. Like, oh my god, he's so good, and then it happens.
I mean, Penguin, 2 again this round.
Oh, but they see him, and oh, finally.
30 seconds left.
Ugh,
Penguin, ace opportunity here.
I literally just said, I'm not to get anything on Cyber util,
One enemy
and then it just happens.
And Argon's kind of a one-man show out here. He's got the only 2 kills this round. Gets caught in the reload by Rizzard. And I mean, oh my god, Penguin with the 20 bomb before half. He's on pace for a 40 kill performance here.
I'm not saying I'm disappointed.
I mean, Penguin's just having a game right now. I don't even know if you can blame WSU on their gameplay here, aside from just they're getting owned in these peaks.
Dude, after match 1, Neumont just wanted vengeance.
Yeah, this is a back for blood story here. Neumont again got absolutely dominated in that first map. 13-3, and it's looking like might be a mirror here on map 2, where Neumont taking it to task, showing them who's boss. I mean, are we just prepping for map 3 here? If you're WSU, what are you saying in voice comms right now?
GG go next.
GG go next.
GG go next at this
You
point.
heard it here first. Save your mental.
True.
Just give up, apparently.
Or This isn't ranked, so I'm like, try to win as much as possible so you don't lose a lot of RR, but
Yeah,
that's not the case.
How confident are you in this WSU defense setup?
Okay. Alright, Killjoy set up B, pretty standard. Ooh, but we're just losing these gunfights. Oh, wait! Nope, never mind.
2v4.
Spoke too soon.
Bombs going down, and this is how it's supposed to look. Space taken, plant down, still have util in the bank,
They just
and it's
try to
Teo versus the world.
they try to swing out from that smoke from Choker, but they just couldn't find anything. They just
Yeah.
got sat once again. Severed Penguin doing all the work.
Yeah, he's having absolutely a monstrous performance here.
His back
Backs
is
against the
breaking.
wall.
His back is breaking with how hard he's carrying this team right now.
Yeah,
Look at him.
Oh my goodness.
21-3.
Yeah. He could have set records if this game goes long.
Honestly, but it looks like they're gonna turn towards B this time. We're going the A site instead.
Yeah, this is looking like a 5-man B push coming out of Neumont. And I mean, it worked for WSU, but I mean, everything's been working for Neumont so far, so we'll see how the execute goes down.
Oh,
Teo, suppressed, spotted.
he
Cars
looked at
rotating
it,
through market.
Didn't shoot it. He might be trying to get a pick. Oh, never mind. Looks like they're waiting. Never mind, they're already on site. Didn't even try to close those doors. Just headed straight for it.
4v4, but Neumont does have the gun advantage. Fear gets one,
Ooh, but
but
cars got caught out.
caught shopping by
I don't
Penguin.
think they don't know anyone's main. I don't think they know.
Kind of looking, yeah, WSU just looking lost on these defenses.
He still thinks he's main. He didn't think he noticed. Oh, but he gets him.
Teo trading back one, 2v2, but bombs down, and it's taken quick. Shot through the wall by Penguin. Man, check this guy's PC. Is he hacking? He saw that guy. Wow. This is an absolute performance and a statement by Neumont. They are not going to go down without a fight.
They're just frazzled. They're so frazzled. They don't know what to do. They're just pouring in,
Yeah,
chucking all their util in. But
I
just,
really hope that WSU has enough time to recover after this beatdown for map 3, because I mean, WSU looked great.
I don't think I can recover from this.
In their opening
I think
map.
I'm out. This is rough to see.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, but it isn't over till it's over. And luckily, they get a full reset for map 3, and that will be for all the marbles 1-1. Whoever wins map 3, going through to playoffs.
I believe Hopium. It'll work. I swear.
Hopium.
Here, how about I just start rooting for Neumont and then Caster's Curse
Jack,
kicks in.
getting Choco, getting some revenge here
Go
on these mid angles.
Yeah.
Argon, he's really been my star player here for WSU so far. When everything's falling around, you just see Argon in the kill feed, getting a couple, getting one, getting two. And I mean, this is a new look from WSU. They're up in players. 5-3 right now.
Yeah, you go for WSU. I'll root for Neumont, and then just the luck.
We'll do some caster cursing.
100%.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
Argon on this mid
He's
play.
gonna whiff. Oh, he didn't. My bad. Didn't work. It's over.
Bayo holding the angle. They're all three looking at him, waiting for him to repeat, but he's not there anymore. Argon knew to back off.
Oh, and they're just not pushing it. I think it flashed right there.
Looks like they're all rotating over to B, and WSU just doesn't know. But
Jack is sitting-
KJ setup is all on B here, so they'll have some time to rotate.
He's got
But-
that toaster set up.
I mean,
hoping
this
to
is
roast him.
3v1 here. Teo's got to do some work here to delay the plant, wait for his teammates to arrive. But Penguin catches him on the rotate.
They're able to kill that Killjoy Molly before she can pop it. Oh,
Teo gets one. Teo gets two.
oh.
4v1. Oh, goodness. Teo.
Nice.
That's my MVP from map 1.
Sorry. My bad. No, Neumont. No.
I mean, when they needed him most, Stewie 2K, blood in his veins. 3v1. There we go. Getting flashbacks to Pyramid at the Boston Major here.
It's really so good. I was a bit worried when they killed the Killjoy Molly before he could pop it, but
Yeah, I mean, set up be damned. He just beat him in the gunfight, and that's what we've been lacking here from WSU. It's nice to see them take a duel and win it.
taking those
But-
off angles, taking them one by one, setting up those.
It is 12-3.
We don't fake comebacks. We don't fake comebacks.
True. True.
believe- I believe.
I'm smelling a 12-12. Sorry, we just had an awkward high five in the booth there.
My mental needs boosting.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Looks like a full B push again coming out here.
Yeah.
Teo, he needs to be the hero again. He's suppressed though. 3v1. Gets
Nice.
one.
Oh,
Can't make the spray swing.
once again, that KO will just leave them absolutely frazzled.
Spike
And here we go. Neumont with the plant down.
Think Fear
Retake
knows he's
situation.
He should molly him. He really should molly him.
He's taking your advice here, maybe with the flash.
I think he knows a choke is there, but he's just not.
Yeah, it's such a tough angle to peek. Argon's going to go.
Never mind. I don't think they know choke is there, and he
And
gets
he
fear.
gets him. Yeah, that's tough. It's just such a sneaky angle. Jack gets one. Does he know that they're coming from CT spawn? No, he turns his back and gets found by the Cypher. We're seeing a repeat. WSU, one map one, 13-3. Neumont coming back again, 13-3 on their victory. We'll be right back with game 3. All on the line here. and welcome back. We're looking to go into game 3 here, and this is for all the marbles. WSU playing in a best-of-3 series. Both teams looking for that 2 seed in playoffs. Both teams 5-1 right now. The 1 seed is out of reach. So both teams need to win this to lock playoffs. There's no other avenue into the knockout round. And this is for everything. Both teams 1-1. Kayla, what were you seeing in that map 2 that really just fell apart for WSU, and what are we looking for in map 3?
I think they were just overconfident, just absolutely just heated off of game 1. Really hoping to look for that dominance once again, but they just lost it. They couldn't take control of mid like I was hoping they would, and they got rolled. They just got absolutely rolled in gunfights. They had great util, but they just weren't winning those 1v1s, and it was really sad to see.
And I think we're having a substitution as well. CX Teo is getting subbed out for Cobalt.
Yeah, he was my favorite match 1 too.
No, I thought he was playing really well. It must be a operator-specific substitution.
Yeah, looks like Argon is actually picking up the Sentinel role this time.
And it looks like we are headed to split for map 3.
Right. Neumont doesn't have a Sentinel here.
Interesting choice.
This is another map where having mid control was really pivotal. So it's a choice not to have a Sentinel.
And especially defending first. We talked about momentum. No Sentinel on defense is definitely tough.
Yeah, I mean, Gecko, happy to see. Raze. The Viper, I'm a little iffy about, to be honest here. But I do think the double control on each side will definitely help with that. But yeah, I'm just standard play. Looks like a full site rush A.
And we are seeing Cobalt on the Gecko, so this must be a kind of pocket pick for him. But might also be maybe a mental boost. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes here, but it was obvious that WSU was looking a little flustered on map 2. So maybe just a new voice, a new member of the squad just coming in to maybe lift some spirits, change some vibes.
Yeah. Jack was previously on controller. Looks like he's taking up the race now. Great pick for this map.
I've honestly been loving Jack when he has an opportunity to put on a show with a gun in his hand, so I'm liking him on a duelist here. And it looks like we're all just going to play a little slow, a little sneaky, but they get found here on this A push. Everyone kind of crouch walking through this Omen smoke. As the smoke drops the Viper wall.
Looks like they're waiting for them heaven.
Yeah, they walled him off. He dashed into the wall and gets caught by Jax, but he does get a kill back, 4v4, but WSU has a lot of space here. Oh, and Jack just getting out-dueled here on these pistol rounds. Cobalt planting with the wingman. Argon looking up at heaven, and this is where WSU has really struggled on these post-plant situations.
Yeah.
Argons get found, and Cars gets Penguin. 1v2 here for the substitution. Can't make it happen. I mean, WSU just losing these duels. We saw them get the space. We saw them get that plant control. Just could not make the gunfights work.
There's no util on that side for either. Nothing to play for post plant.
Yeah, no giving that diffuse to the sky, trying to reach that ultimate a little quicker. And, I mean, we're going to have to see another save here from WSU. No guns coming into this next round.
Looks like they're just going to have to play it safe, look for picks, hopefully get maybe a gun to go into this next round.
And, I mean, players to watch. Penguin and Rizzard on Neumont absolutely had a game last round. So trying to stop some of their momentum, kind of put that fire out, smother it, anything you can do to stop these guys from absolutely dominating. I think we just got to look for some aggressive peaks. Just try to ego, honestly. Get some of that confidence back, some spring in their step. As we see WSU kind of looking at a split look on attack here. 2 members mid, 2 on A, trying to catch some rotations. We see Cobalt about to make contact. And he just gets found by Penguin, who was the bar none MVP of map 2. Choco finds Jack, and these rotations are just getting picked off. They didn't really make a choice on where to go, trying to play it slow, play it defensive. Cars gets Choco. Argon, Fear, looking to kind of take control of this mid as they're surrounded. Sneaking up behind here on this mid plank. Rizzard gets Cars, and this is all just falling apart for WSU. all angles. Wherever you look, there's another member of Neumont staring at your head. And Argon just getting hunted by Bayo. And that didn't even seem like a gun differential. What are you thinking?
No, it really wasn't. They tried to take mid, they really did, but they didn't set up that cypher trip flank. They got pulled out. They lost to gunfights once again. And
It seems like their rotations and their pushes and their util usage, it's kind of working. It doesn't seem to be egregiously the problem.
I think they're just stalling too long. They're just letting them rotate over to their and
Just playing too slow, getting found, and then allowing Neumont the opportunity to really make these big rotations and take them with that defender advantage, with the numbers as well. This is what we're talking about. WSU just down a member already before the round even really starts.
Not to mention they're slow walking through all these angles too.
Trying to bait out some of this util maybe, or be really safe with how they're using their Vipers, but this Omen is just really denying so much space here on this Heaven. And just unlucky. Finds him through the wall. Bayo just shooting, looking, hoping. Fear peeks while he reloads. And this is just heads on heads on heads. Just clicking on WSU.
Toxin screen down.
Fear rotating around through this mid.
I think they know though.
I think they do too. They just have such a numbers advantage. The spike isn't down. They don't have that much time. They have to be careful with this rotation, but they got to make a choice quickly. I mean, both bomb sites are really far away. They're
30
basically
seconds left.
back in attacker spawn.
And they're still slow walking. Yeah. Really expecting them to push through spawn.
I think they're hoping that they make a rotation over to B and then they stay A. But I mean, 15 seconds left. Are they just saving?
I honestly think they are. Hoping to maybe get a pick off.
Yeah, it looks
10
like they're just
seconds
not even
left.
going to try to plant the spike, holding these cross angles, hoping that Neumont walks into them maybe and they can steal a gun or snuff out some of their economy a little bit. And as time ticks down, that seems to be the case. I mean, when you start every round 4v5, it's tough to win.
They're just crowding up this corners. They're just pushing each other around and they get punished for it. They just get shot at and they don't move.
These lines of sight, these peak angles from the defenders, really clutch. I mean, they're just finding openings through smokes, through little gaps in vision, just making it happen every time.
They're becoming predictable, which is the worst thing you can be.
And it seems like only Fear and Argon really have guns and armor on the side of WSU. But this is a new look. 5-man push B. Looks like it's just a couple members of Neumont here on B. But all the utils down. They know exactly where they are. They stalled them out long enough. And now all the members of Neumont can come through mid, really rotate on this push. And WSU are kind of stuck now. They really don't have anyone that jumps in super quickly. Here comes the bomb buddy. Jack, satchels up, looking for something, but there's no one there. They're really just being so patient with these angles. Jack gets one, Argon taken down, Choco gets cars, Cobalt's planting, 3v3. Here we go. Fear, seeing it, but Jack just gets out-dueled again. Fear holding this angle, can't win against Rizzard, and Cobalt gets taken down too. It seems like WSU has the angles, they just can't quite make it happen.
I mean, they even sent back Rizzard to go check on the other site, and then they just exploded, and then they lost their duels once again.
And they're giving that diffuse to Choco, looking for that Viper pit early, and that's going to be a big defensive tool that basically just wins you a site.
It really does, honestly. It forces the enemy team to completely pivot and go to the other site. And if they try to force it, which is possible with Raise Nades and Boombot, but very small.
Looks like we've got a pause coming out here from WSU. Not a timeout, so possibly a technical issue. It looks like Cobalt's reconnecting and disconnecting.
It looks like the sub is having problems.
All of our WSU players are playing remote, if I'm not mistaken, so they're all on their personal computers, so there could be some tech issues. Oh, looks like Jack and Argon said unpause, we good. Cobalt is back. And the round will resume. Yes, it will. Sweet. And it looks like we got a split push. 3 on B and 2 on A here for WSU. Trying to maybe play slow again. This seems to be their MO here.
Looks like they're trying to bait out the rotate with Viper Wall early.
I really just don't see anyone on WSU who really just sprints into a site. It seems like they get spotted on their pushes, and Neumont just stalls so much time that by the time the fireworks start, it's 5v5. The defenders have had enough time to rotate all the way around, and they just have such an advantage holding these really hard angles.
And they're not taking the bait with the Viper Wall either.
Exactly. And, you know, there's not a Jet or a Neon coming out from the side of WSU. There's really no one that wants to sprint in, and Argon just caught again. Wasn't paying attention, but gets Penguin with the Raze ulti.
They weren't even to get
Cars
plant
traded
down.
out. 2v, 1v3. Fear, gotta make it happen here. 1v2 situation. No bomb down, but knows where the members are. One in heaven. Throwing out the molly there. And Fear sees them through the smoke. Knows where they are. Backing off a little bit. Trying to find an angle where he can be. But it's just so hard peeking against 2 people at the same time. Even if you get one, there's just another one right behind him. If you get traded off, that's still a round loss. So had to be a little aggressive there, and it didn't pay off.
They're not taking full sight before they plant. They're setting out plant early, and then
Yeah,
they're just losing it.
It seems like they're not quite clearing the corners or making sure they have full control or angles before they start planting. And, I mean, the bomb carrier just got absolutely domed there.
Yeah, and I don't really see any smokes heaven either. It's really strange. And I think they put too much faith into that Viper Wall bait.
Oh, but what a cute kitty.
It is really cute. I did not...
Who needs rounds when you can stare at the cute black cat?
For the $25 bundle.
$25?
$25.
Oh
I did
my
not buy that.
god. Viper Wall going down, making this a safe orb capture here for Jack. He did use the ult last round though, so pretty far away from that. Using the Thrash, trying to look for something. Trying to get a numbers advantage. They got so much space here though. Really, they've taken the whole A heaven, and this looks great for WSU. They just gotta win some fights. Tried to send the wingman into plant, but now they know where Bayo is. Cars looking for something through the smoke. Penguin rotating around. Bayo gets 1. Jack gets a trade. Bayo gets 2. The site player absolutely dominating here on Jet. Looking heaven, trying to peek Cars here. Cobalt kind of stuck. He can't really peek, and Choco gets Cobalt. He's split between 2 sidelines. Jack also gets caught, and heaven just collapses. Cars gets taken out. 3 for Bayo, and I mean, this is just a clinic here from the duelists.
They did the exact same thing again. They didn't take sight, and actually none of them were on site when they set out that wingman with bomb, and they just got... Wingman got killed, bomb was on site, and they had no control over it.
They used all their utility to get that space in heaven, and I mean, they had great heaven control, but Bayo was down there on site, killed the wingman, got a pick onto the A-long player, and then just it all fell apart.
They just collapsed.
You couldn't cover the heaven angle, and there was someone coming up from tunnel there, and Cobalt's just stuck back and forth, back and forth. He can't hold both angles at the same time, and it just all falls apart. Timeout here, I assume, from WSU.
Yep.
Trying to stop this momentum, and you were right. I think WSU might just be a bit mental boom here. They were so dominant on map 1, but once they lost control of map 2, really haven't seen them wrestle it back at all.
No, the confidence just isn't there. Actually, honestly, sometimes it seems like they're too overconfident and they're being punished for it.
Yeah. I mean, they're taking these peaks without smokes, without util, but when they are using their utility, it's really defensive. It's really safe.
I feel like they're being too conservative with their util and more focused on getting that plant down as fast as possible and just not securing site first.
Which is odd because we haven't seen WSU look super confident on the post plant either.
No, they've been really shaky all around. But I'm hoping that they can bring it back with this mental reset with the pause.
I mean, Bayo, he's got an op. This man has been absolutely dominant in both map 2 and map 3. I mean, this is a dangerous, dangerous look coming out of Bayo here. Choco gets 1 on mid. Argon and Jack. Cobalt.
No, he gets a 3rd, right? Cobalt pulls us back.
I mean, they just keep peeking him. They just keep peeking him, and they're not peeking him together. So even when Choco gets 1, he can't get traded back, and so he just gets the free 1v1v1. And it's not a good look here.
They're just setting up the plays for the enemy team.
And now 3v5, like we've said, it seems like every round WSU starts a member down or 2 members down. And now they have to somehow find a way in without util, without numbers advantage. And Neumont knows exactly where they are.
But Cars might be able to get a pick out.
And there's that op. So scary, especially when there's no counter op. There's no money on the side of WSU to play against the snipers. Choco getting 3. I mean, maybe he's screaming at Bayo right now like, man, stop stealing my ace. Razor gets the last one, catching Cobalt out on that rotate, just coming through tunnel to death's door. And wow, this is 7-0 coming out here from Neumont.
I was hoping with the sub in from Cobalt taking off CX Teo, which was my star player of match 1. I was hoping to see a lot more, but so far it really hasn't been paying off like we hoped it would.
I mean, there just hasn't been much impact from any member of the WSU squad right now. Most of these are, 4-0s, 5-0s. These rounds just not going in the way of WSU, and it's really hurting their econ. You can see almost everyone on Neumont has 10K credits, 8K credits, 7K credits, and WSU is having to save and buy and save and buy, and it's really hurting them.
If they don't get an eco round, this is going to be really rough.
Really, really rough.
Didn't catch anyone out with the Gecko Flash.
Finding Choco here from Cars, and he's right to back him up with that op, and now they're chasing that Clove ulti, and just gets absolutely taken down. And Rizzard just putting on a clinic over here on A site, holding it down by himself. Argon gets the trade, and now they get the plant down with the wingman. But, I mean, 4v2, the numbers advantage again. There's just too many picks happening on these off-site plays before the bomb even gets down.
I mean, the Omen was only one on site, and he still caught them all off guard.
Fear gets one, clearing out Heaven a little bit, but these smokes and this Viper Pit making it so hard. Choco, he might just stick it. Wow, Argon finds him through. He knows where the bomb is. Fear gets one. Here we go. Here is the duel. We've seen Penguin and Argon be absolute titans for their team, and Argon gets the 3K.
Let's go!
Argon has been a light in the darkness here for WSU. He has been absolutely playing out of his mind every single match. I mean, 3 and 6 doesn't really do him justice. We saw him drop a 20 bomb on map 1, and then the only player getting anything done in map 2. This man has been doing so well. And I mean, he was 0 and 6 before that, pulling out a 3K to clutch the round. That is such a huge mental boost for the WSU squad.
Yeah, I think this is going to be their second win. I think they're going to bring it back. But Eco hasn't really been faulting on Neumont, but...
And they have so much money in the bank. They can just full buy again and again. We're going to have to see a couple rounds in quick succession here from WSU to do some real damage.
Yeah, I agree, but I think they may have this under the wraps.
Dizzy with the stun, trying to push through this Heaven. They know where he is, and this is Penguin. This is their star player. If they can get him out with a numbers advantage, this is a big advantage here for WSU.
They're still looking mid, but I think...
Choco might get caught here. Cars with it. Yep, Choco with the knife out. Here we go. Argon holding Heaven. He knows where Penguin is. Sees him on that Cypher cam. And we got 3 eyes just staring straight into Heaven. And Rizzard, another just great performer, gets 2.
They're just peeking him one and...
Don't peek him, Cobalt. Don't peek him, Cobalt.
No.
Don't do it. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. But gets immediately traded out. And that's what we're not seeing. Jack gets 1. Penguin, though, with that Raze ulti.
I don't think he's going to find anything.
He couldn't rotate in time. And now 2v2 situation. It looks like they're going to stay with this A play. Maybe slow it down a little bit. Jack turns around. He's trying to hold both angles, but they're on both sides. And there's just nothing they can do, but Cars gets 1. 1v1. And Cars.
Yes!
2 WSU 3K clutches back to back. And this is the energy we need to see from this WSU squad. Making the big plays, making the clutch moments happen. These duels, we just have not been seeing go WSU's way so far, and this is a good look.
I was a little bit nervous seeing them peek that Omen on...
Oh, of course.
1 by 1, but the synergy on this last final moment really pulled it back.
I mean, it was such a tough angle to break, too. You had Bayo with the op holding that backside as they peek around, but made it happen, looked both ways, and Cars getting it done. Huge.
We're finally seeing that synergy from match 1 again.
Oh, of course. And they're making the same play. Same Viper walls, and Penguin back to heaven. Kind of the same stuff going on. Choco with the lurk. Cars doesn't see him. Here, Jack pulling that ulti, double satchel. Goes up to heaven and just gets taken out by Penguin before he can even click. Ah, unfortunate Ray's ult usage there. Argon looking up to Choco, finds him, gets back on that jiggle peek, and just finds the headshot. Oh, but can't make the 2K work. And now Fear just sitting there with a classic and a judge. Just no long-range capabilities. And Penguin just having another game. Absolutely my MVP of this series so far.
I'm really looking towards Argon, though.
Oh, for the WSU side, 100%.
100%. I'm really hoping that Cobalt can pull it back, though.
Throwing out Dizzy, getting flashed. 2v4 here for WSU. Fear with a judge and a classic. Tough look. Looks like Penguin might peek out of the smoke here. And Fear just gets taken out, and Penguin from the smoke. Another 3K for Penguin. And I mean, these performances, just individually from the Neumont players, are just outclassing the WSU squad right now.
They're just hitting those headshots.
The best score on WSU is 6 and 10 coming out from Jack on the Duelist. Rizzard having another game, 13 and 4. And Bayo, we talked about his op play. He hasn't pulled it out yet, but looks great, 12 and 3.
I mean, I think they're putting in some work here. I think if Jack can pull off another big play.
I mean, the problem is he just used his ulti last round. But there we go with the Marshall headshot onto Bayo. That's the counter snipe we're talking about. Rizzard holding this devious heaven angle that we've seen him get so many kills from. The Viper peaks before the Viper wall, but doesn't get punished. Jack moving on up to heaven against Rizzard with the Marshall. Gets taken out by that headshot. Rizzard with 2. This man, absolute a menace up here on this heaven. TP's behind, gets 3. Looking for the pistol swap. Argon takes him down though, but gets the trade. And wow, Rizzard, a one-man army on this A defense.
I mean, it's sad to see. He really took control of that entire fight with Paranoia and Shrouded Step.
I mean, it's so tough pushing into a Vandal with a Marshall, but that was so impressive. Teleported behind the WSU players, got the flank off with the 3K, and then easy trade for his teammates just to clean it up.
But I think that pick from Jack early on with the Marshall shows that ego, it's starting to affect them. $25 cat. Dude.
Worth it?
Nope.
Worth it?
Not.
Question mark?
It didn't even come with the skin.
I mean, are many Valorant skins worth it? They're so expensive.
Honestly, not really.
Yeah, that's why I'm a League of Legends player, everyone.
$10 skins, sometimes 20.
Sometimes 500.
Sometimes 200.
Argon, here we go. Getting Penguin. Ego checked. MVP versus MVP. Choco getting cars, though. They've been mid-lurking all map. Getting the wingman in. Getting the plant down. But like we've talked about, Cobalt, there we go. Hitting ahead. And the Viper ulti goes down. This is a huge post-plant utility ability. And this is going to be tough in the 3v3. But Bayo with an op. Doesn't have to play within that Viper pit. But someone's going to have to go touch. Someone's going to have to go get in the mix here to get rid of bomb. And Bayo just going over the top. This is incredible. Argon didn't even see it coming. Now they know he's there, though. They still have to go into the pit to reach bomb. And they might just not have enough time. And Fear getting 2 quick head clicks. And there we go. 9-3.
We're going to see it. We're going to see the
Classic
curse.
score. Classic
100%.
score.
100%.
But, I mean, the big 3-headed monster from Neumont. Rizzard, Bayo, Choco. I mean, Penguin not even really showing up this map. Doesn't
No.
need to.
Just doesn't.
His
Everyone else
teammates just has his back. They knew that his back was hurting from map 2. And they're like, you know what? Take a break, man. Sit down. We got this.
Get a
But
massage.
9-3. This is way better. We're seeing WSU take 3 of the last 5 rounds. Bit of a momentum swing. And especially going into the half, I think this might be a brand new look WSU when we see them on the defense.
I just hope that we can pull it through. I really believe in our attack rounds.
I hope so. And I mean, Valorant is a notorious comeback game. Probably one of the best games when it comes to match closeness.
100%. I mean, I'm excited to see it.
100%. Jack holding this angle. Knows that a couple are there because of the jiggle peek. Choco gets feared, though, in that back corner. Throws the nade out. Gets caught with his gun in his pocket. And now suddenly it's a 5v2. Cobalt. Choco looks away at the wrong time, but Bayo's got his back. Argon pushing through tunnels. 1v5. Spikes down. Pushing through mid into heaven. Rizzard knows he's there. Argon gets the headshot, but now they know. They're dancing. And Choco with a 3K on this Neumont first round pistol attack. And now we're seeing that eco again. Is WSU going to have enough money to even contest before Neumont get to 13?
Looks like they're going to try to force it and buy up this time.
Looks like you're right. Lots of light armor and some SMGs coming out. Argon, cocky with the Sheriff, looking for some 1Ds. We need to see some big hero plays coming out from the duelist.
We need this round really badly. A bonus could be amazing here.
Absolutely. And we're seeing Neumont kind of use the same strategies that WSU is using on that A site. Using the Viper Wall, going up to heaven, but gets found, and Argon gets the 1D. Reloading, pushing out of heaven. He knows a couple more are there. Here comes the Sky Dog. Gets concussed, but has enough time to back off. Maybe no. Choco gets him with the Bulldog. And now Bayo has full control of heaven. He hears him, but Fear's in a great position, but doesn't really get the spray. And Fear and Cobalt go down. 2v3 though. Bomb down for Neumont. And WSU are looking to take this post-plant scenario. Cars with 1. Good sign. 2v2. Flash out. Gets a new gun. This is big. Good positioning here from Cars and Jack. 1 in heaven. 1 coming from spawn. Hawk trying to figure out what's going on. Doesn't see much. Jack low. Half HP. No armor. Cars kind of going in without him. There's no trade kill, and now it's a 2v1, and they know exactly where Jack is. Comes out with the bomb buddy, gets tagged, and Della just 3K, 3K, 3K here from Neumont. It doesn't matter who it is. Bottom of the scoreboard doesn't matter. Suddenly, 3K to save the round here from Delia.
Cars just didn't wait for that molly to fade away.
He went a little too early. Jack wasn't ready. Had the bomb buddy. They could have gone in as 2, maybe get a trade-off, and then it's a 1v1, but just too slow. And now we're seeing some crazy death numbers here from WSU. 14 deaths, 12 deaths. Wow, this is just a sign of the times. But, I mean, it's not quite match point here. They don't have to really panic yet, but another kind of flimsy buy here from WSU. They know their back's against the wall. Looks like Neumont's going for this pretty heavy B push, but WSU's got a nice util setup to slow them down, and it looks like Penguin and Delia are going to rotate around to mid. Rizzard, Cars, they don't know. They're 2 bros chilling in a hot tub. Will Penguin find him, or does he think that because... Oh, sees the arm! Oh, no.
And
Cars somehow gets them both! Saw him first and still lost the fight. Penguin, what happened?
And that's what happens when you use Ziply Fiber.
Shout out our sponsor, Ziply Fiber. Really giving reaction times to our players here, but Choco bringing it back. Car's going to have to pull out the ace to save this round for WSU.
I think he can do it. I think he has it.
Cars doesn't get seen first, and Choco with the 4-piece. I mean, I thought it was looking good for those 2 quick picks there from Cars, but just duel. Suddenly Choco's got 4 and the round's over.
Yeah, I mean, Choco's really been clutching a lot of these rounds for Neumont.
And again, to shout out our sponsor, Ziply Fiber, nothing but the best. Unfortunately, our WSU Esports players are playing outside of our complex. Maybe using a different provider. Bad internet.
I think Cars has it though after that double kill.
Exactly. But our star player Argon, I have been informed, is in the booth using Ziply. Thoughts?
I think that's
maybe
smart.
a leg up on the competition there. Thank you again to our sponsor, Ziply Fiber. Penguin, double satcheling in on point bomb, buddy. And I mean, this is just full push here from Neumont. But Rizzard gets Cars, and now bomb is down. And Viper Pit going down as well, and this is not looking good. Match point, Neumont, Viper Pit, Spike down. Fear, Cobalt, and Jack have to be the heroes here.
Just one good molly could clutch this out, though.
And Cobalt gets taken, but Jack gets one. Blizzard, just on that heaven push, takes it down. And another 13-3. Story of the match so far. 13-3 WSU, 13-3 Neumont, 13-3 Neumont again. And unfortunately, that means our WSU Valorant squad has been eliminated from the Playfy Varsity Plus tournament. Wasn't for scholarship or money or anything like that, just bragging rights and trying to set the tone for the season next semester, but not looking good. WSU also got crushed recently in a regional tournament playing against Eastern Washington University, University of Idaho, and I think Spokane Community College.
Yes.
Got last in the group.
Yeah, it's a little tough to hear.
It's definitely a tough couple of weeks here from WSU Valorant, but next season, right around the corner, next semester, new start. And I mean, this is really the only match we've watched, but final record in the group is 5-2. So
yeah, I mean, that's
still
pretty good.
still top 3 in the group. Unfortunately, only the top 2 seeds make it to knockouts, but a decent showing here from WSU Valorant, just with their backs against the wall, couldn't make it happen.
I think they've been super flip-floppy.
Yeah, it seems very momentum heavy. When they have it, and when they don't, they really don't. I mean, that start, was it 8-0 or 7-0?
It was 7-0, I believe.
Wow. I mean, it's just tough showing on those last 2 maps.
Yeah,
I
it really
wish we
was.
weren't late so you guys could have seen map 1 where WSU looked amazing.
We looked awesome.
We
I
did.
was so proud of us.
It was so fun. I mean, I didn't get to watch most of it because I was doing tech issue stuff, but
I was watching it, though.
it looked awesome. And I mean, WSU Valorant has had a history of being pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say we are.
So decent showing here in the tournament. Final group stage score, 5-2.
Yeah.
Looking to go in strong to next season. Hope to see you all there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the next time we will be streaming is next semester.
Yep, in spring, I believe.
In spring, but the stream should be much more consistent with the start of the League of Legends, Overwatch, and Valorant seasons.
Yes, I believe so. I think we have that all figured out.
And I think that's all from us. I'm Mason. This is Kayla. We will be back. I think we're going to be a pretty consistent casting duo here for most games.
I think so.
But if any of you are interested in casting your favorite game or helping out on the broadcast crew, feel free to stop by the lounge or check us out on Discord anytime. We would love the help. And I think tryouts for the teams for spring semester.
I think they start just a couple weeks before. I'm honestly not so sure. I
Yeah,
should
so
probably check that out.
Check the Discord. Might be during Dead Week or finals or Thanksgiving break this semester or the start of spring semester if you want to try out for any teams. Overwatch, Valorant, League of Legends, Rocket League, Super Smash Brothers doesn't need a tryout.
I believe we have a Splatoon team.
Splatoon.
I'm not so sure. I think we do, though.
Yeah, bunch of teams to try out for. Many ways to get involved here at WSU Esports. Thank you all